What's up, dudes and dudes here? My name's Scyushi and we're back in the and today I'm going to be showcasing the new mounts, new allies, all of the stuff that you can get out of the Heckbug event, because it took me a couple days to end up getting all of it, just because I've been busy with real life stuff and working on a new vlog and baby's getting really close. Anyways, I also wanted to take the opportunity to kind of update you guys on the most efficient way of grinding the various resources out of this event, because there's of course going to end up being the pincers and the tokens, and I've been really struggling with trying to log in every day and grab all of that stuff. But anyways, we've got a whole bunch of different little allies. So we've got the Heckbird right here, and this guy increases the drop rate of Heckbug pincers, only active during the Heckbug event. It says 2025, so maybe it won't end up being around for the following years. Then we've got the Heckbug Heatsucker. So this guy will grant karma tokens when you kill Heckbugs in Dragonfire Peaks. The thing is, this one's pretty worthless, because why would you go for this rather than just going for the sure thing of the pincers? Can you actually, he's very camera shy, as you can see. Kind of disgusting, but kind of cute at the same time. Then there's the last ally. So this one makes it so that when you use a flask just before you end up going into the geode caves, this will end up giving you a buff that gives you more tokens when you help companions. The description's not that great, because it's just any flask, like just so long as you have the ally equip, it just, there you go. But then there's also going to end up being the mounts. So this is going to end up being the mount for the tokens that you end up getting from this NPC right here. So as you can see, you know, there's these various allies, but then there's this guy right here. This was pretty easy to get. The tokens kind of snowball. I mean, let's be real, everything out of this event has a snowball effect as you end up getting not only the allies that end up boosting it, but the banners as well. So in here is going to end up being the banner that helps with tokens. So using that combined with the Bulbous Heckmantis is going to end up giving you a ton of tokens, because you consume a flask just before you go in, and you can get like, I think it's like 400, or maybe even, I think it's like 400 or 1,000 tokens if you can go all the way up to tier 5, something like that. But anyway, this is going to end up being the mount. It glides, it's big, I'll give it that, but it's very, very weird. I don't really quite get it. But anyways, going into these caves, I would recommend either using your vacuum module, which is what I use to end up like sucking up all of the items nearby, so that you can kind of kill two birds with one stone, get a bunch of geode resources while you're farming for the Heckbug companions. But then on top of it, there's also going to end up being the grappling hook that you could use instead. And that's if you want speed. If you're just trying to go as fast as possible, the grappling hook is so much better than using the vacuum. The main trick that I would say to watch out for when you're in the geode caves is when you find the companion that has like the treasure icon, throw a blanket on him and shoot him with the laser, and you'll actually get like double the amount of tokens that you normally would. A lot of people just throw the blanket on him, which Spooky let me know about that. I didn't even know that was a thing. But they'll throw the blanket on him and just leave. And then I tested if you laser him and the blanket at the same time, and it kind of just gives you like a crap ton of coins. So the coins are also primarily going to be used on this NPC right here, which will end up giving you the other, I guess this is the other banner. No, this is the token banner for Heckbugs and Dragonfire Peaks, which again, you don't really want to do that. You want to just chase one or the other, either coins in the caves or pincers up top in Dragonfire's Peaks. But this is kind of the main reason why you want to be as efficient as possible, because I've talked about this before. Souls of the Depths is one of the most difficult resources to get in the entire game. It's not something that you should really super prioritize if you're early on in the game or anything, because this resource is exclusively used for upgrading Crystal 5 into Mystic. So it's not something everybody needs to go for, but it's just so absurdly hard to obtain that I would say you should go for it. Depth cores, that's more like just putting in the grind time. This is a resource out of the Longshade 5-star dungeons, and not a guaranteed resource either. And you can get quite a few of these per day. And then you have an infinite amount of positive karma. Now, the reason the positive karma is actually pretty cool is because you're gonna end up getting 15 a pop for every single coin. And if we go over to the crafting table here, lots of you have already reported that you've been able to max out martial arts just based on this event alone, because the positive karma is kind of the main bottleneck for pretty much everything out of here. I'm slowly working on getting my positive karma up enough that I can craft the last few items that I need just for a little bit of extra mastery. And the main reason why it's such a big deal is because where is it? Sorry, I think it's actually down here in the fishing area. Yeah, here it is. So at the alchemist table, you can actually exchange positive karma into negative karma. So we essentially have a means of getting infinite positive and negative karma. So take advantage of it while you can. But okay, now moving on to the Pincer NPC, and this character has a couple items that are still going to end up being worth grabbing. The Primal Paragon Cube is something that I would say you should definitely go for, because for every one of these, you'll be able to craft like more crystal rings and so on for your specific class. Bound Brilliance is a very difficult resource to get free to play, so I would recommend it. And the Builder Superior Focus is also a difficult resource to get just because the cost of crafting it. They don't let us buy Diamond Dragonite every day, which is weird, but we do get to get like 3 Dragon Coins, Crystalline Core. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, everything in here is worth it except for the Trovian Loop and the title thing. Normally, this will be where that other mount is, which is going to end up being this sucker right here. And this thing is actually really cursed. Like, it looks so stupid. And when you start examining it, you realize that we're riding on the carcass of something that has fused with some bones of some other thing, and the wheels are literally like maggots. It's so disgusting. I kind of like it just because of how stupid it is. And then it's got like a full butt of diarrhea for some reason. I don't know, the Trove devs are weird. But yeah, that pretty much will end up covering it, because the pincers are just gonna be going and destroying Heckbugs. So you would end up using this banner, sorry, not this banner, the banner I already have equipped. Yeah, so this will increase the drop rate of pincers, not by that much, but it'll break their shields without you having to use the amorous item to do that. However, one thing that I do want to point out is I'm pretty confident the only way that you can get a lot of the rare mounts and items out of the Heckbugs is when they fall in love with you. And the banner breaks their shields by breaking their heart, so they don't actually fall in love with you. You still do get a significant amount of random drops and stuff, but I don't think that I've gotten any of the rare items because I keep breaking their hearts rather than just steadily, making them like me with the amorous item. Now, the last 2 things I gotta mention is you've probably already seen AFK farms for invaders. This is something where basically you can have like a cornerstone specifically set up so that all the invaders funnel down into it and all die at the same time, while you just kind of sit there and reap the rewards of all the pincers. But Atro ended up letting me know that there's actually another trick that people have been doing with 5-star Sundered Uplands dungeons, because this banner that we're equipped to occasionally reveals hidden Heckbug invaders when completing dungeons. Now, if you have, I think he said 20 plus players, like let's say that you have a whole group of people that's sitting inside a Sundered Uplands 5-star, the banner, I guess, works in tandem with the surrounding players or something like that. So it actually moves the very low percentage of spawning a Heckbug into 100% guaranteed, but it has like a few minutes cooldown or something. So essentially it means that every objective that you end up activating in the Sundered dungeon will end up spawning the invaders. And I think it's something like it spawns invaders for the amount of people in the area as well. It's something crazy, like super efficient and weird. But again, for my money and how lazy I am, I just keep going into the geode caves with my coinage stuff. And if I need pincers, I just put all my pincer stuff on and go to volcanic peaks. Now, one last thing I wanted to touch upon here is just to let you guys know I have started the process of stockpiling a bunch of videos and getting things ready for when my child is born. I'm basically planning on having a whole bunch of videos scheduled for you guys, so nothing's really going to change as far as the channel is concerned, but it means that I will be able to take a step back from the computer and be able to help my wife. I am still hoping that I can end up playing some Monster Hunter on the side with you guys, but I'm just saying that if things seem a little sporadic, or if you notice in the Discord that I'm just not responding, well, that's more than likely why. I'll still have a video that's going to let you guys know, like an announcement of, hey, my baby has been born. But I'm just saying that I would appreciate if you guys are patient with me and support my videos as much as you can right now. Big shout outs to all the members and those of you that have supported me for so many years, and just thanks for watching.